I'm Monsignor John Kozar, President of Catholic Near East Welfare Association. It's hard to believe it's time again for another issue of One Magazine. So as is my regular privilege, I get to share with you a little preview of our upcoming issue. We have a story featuring a return. In some ways it's a sad return to some of the occupied towns and villages in Iraq, especially in the person of some religious sisters who go back and see the reality of destruction and the uncertainties that await them and the broad population of Christians and Catholics in the area. It very seriously looks into what is the future for Christians trying to return post-ISIS or after a liberation of their villages. We have a very interesting story on the life of a Bedouin and the Bedouin peoples in Jordan. They're shepherds. They have a long history going back to the time of Jesus. These are some Christian villages that have remained very, very faithful, but their future is not very bright for young people. Economically, there's not much to look forward to. But Kanewa, working with some of the local church people there, is initiating what looks like an exciting program with internet training and educating that just might give young people a reason to stay and maybe even to prosper. We hear so much about the constant conflict in Israel between Israelis and Palestinians, and it seems never to abate. But we have a couple of vignettes of people who very simply yet profoundly proclaim the only way to deal with this abiding conflict is with the response of love. In Lebanon, which is a tiny country that is very inundated with many refugees, almost a quarter of its population now are refugees. And they've done a wonderful job in reaching out, but it's really taxed the whole structure of the country. And so the church steps up where the state is unable to provide social services and educational opportunities, healthcare needs, and so forth. The church steps up, and Kanewa is right there with them. We have a long history of accompanying the church as we reach out together to serve the needs of so many people in a variety of needs. And finally, Syria, which we know the world has very much been caught up in a terrible war there for over 5 years. There's a beautiful story, a narration by a priest in northeast Syria who asked the question, how can he be a good shepherd in the midst of all of this gloom and doom? Well, his answer is beautiful. It's by reaching out to one sheep at a time, one little lamb. Just like our Lord would lift up a lamb, he reaches out one by one to share with everyone, whoever they are, that they have a special dignity before God. Well, I think you'll enjoy reading the upcoming issue. You can also read it digitally, or you might receive it in the mail. And as always, we count on your prayers. More importantly, the people that benefit from your prayers and your financial gifts possibly, they pray for you. So in their name, I thank you and I ask God to bless you.